Hello everyone, Trainmaster16 here, and today I'm showing you my purchases from the Avondale train show. And before I start getting into all of this, I just need to say this is actually being recorded a second time. And the reason for that is because the first time, it was just really bad and unprofessional. You could barely hear me, it was way too quiet, and there were background noises. Yeah, I was talking basically a whisper. You couldn't hear me at all. It's just really bad. So I stopped editing that midway, and I'm just gonna refilm this. And one more thing is that some of these engines have actually been a bit detailed, a bit since I got them, because yesterday I was just filming the second I got back from the train show, but seeing that it's the next day, I already gave some of these engines details because I didn't expect on doing it again. But yep, well, here I am. Before I get into any of this, here's a little footage I took at the train show. Okay, now that footage is done, here's my purchases. First off, I'm starting with the Trackmaster. First off are these two original classic Trackmaster tracks. Yeah. Next up, I got this very cool buffer. You can go on to the end of the track, like so. The sign on here is removable, and you can place it in the different holes at the top. So the buffer can come out real easily, but seeing that I have a camera in my hand, I'm not going to do that right now. Yep. Here are the Trackmaster characters. First off here's Mavis. I got Mavis because I really wanted to get characters 1 through 5 that I didn't have. I wanted to get a Trackmaster Stepney, but there was no Trackmaster Stepney at the train show, so yeah, I didn't get Stepney, but I got a Mavis, which I'm really glad that I did. Mavis runs okay, but slow. She might just need a new battery. And one thing I noticed is Mavis is freewheel, but it's the Trackmaster 2 item was it just kind of stops in the track. See, it's real. If it's free rolling, I can't speak today. If it's free rolling, it just kind of stops for some reason, and then you have to push and it makes a clicking sound. And it's even worse backing up, because it just doesn't free roll at all. You just have to drag it. Along the track. But yeah, not much can really be done about that. So yeah, that's Mavis. Next up is Trackmaster Porter, and I believe he's pretty rare now, seeing that not many of him are around, and on eBay he's usually around for $30. So I got this for $20, which was kind of a steal, but not really. I used to use a take along not take and play Porter in my videos, because I didn't have a Trackmaster one, but now that I have a Trackmaster one, I won't be using that anymore. Unless for some reason I do a take and play video, but I don't know about that. Porter runs good. He runs good. Okay. I gave him buffers, like black buffers with Sharpie, because Porter didn't have like the black part on him. It was just red. Did it for the back also. Next up is Trackmaster Reneus. He doesn't have a battery in him, and his buffers are a bit scuffed up. I'm not sure why I didn't just fix that like Porter, but I'll probably do that after the video. Oh, here's $8. Probably should take that off. Yep, here is this Tommy Troublesome Truck. Not much to be said. And here is Nelson, and I kind of heavily detailed him because Nelson was basically all black except for the stickers and the lining here. And after I did the original horrible train show purchases video, I painted these things. Not sure what they're called. I painted the things in between the tires red, because it's like that in the show. Then on both sides, and I painted this front part red because it's like that in the show. Yeah. Here's Patrick. Patrick only appeared in one episode of Jack in the Pack, or like the Thomas series at all. So, yeah. When you roll this, it makes like a kind of like a noise you would hear in a rattle. Interesting. His face is kind of weird-ish. I think the eyebrows are kind of off. His eyebrows don't really go like that, but I'm not gonna bother trying to fix that. So, side note, but I have all of the pack characters with the exception of Buster. Yeah, those were all my Trackmaster purchases. Next up are these two take and plays I got. First up is this 2015 limited edition Golden Thomas. He's not in the best condition, as you can see. Here there's some rust on him, but not much can really be done about that. This is also a scuff mark on his face, but like I said, not much can really be done about it. But still, pretty good model. Next up is a take and play Millie, and I really wanted to get a Millie because I could do more Altered Castle remakes, like I don't know, Heart of Gold. And like when I saw that, I'm like, oh, you're getting that. I picked that up and purchased it right away. And that's it for my take and plays. Next up are my wooden railway items. First off is newer CGI Edward. His eyebrows were messed up, so I tried to give him eyebrows with Sharpie. It turned out okay. It could be better, but I'm not going to try to mess with that anymore. Here's his tender. Yep. Here is a new style learning curve diesel. I didn't get a newer CGI one because the newer CGI ones are like usually smiling and happy, and yeah, I don't really like that. There was a diesel made during made during a short period of time when it was like the nitrogen episodes were coming out. It was like an angry CGI face diesel. It was like one of the only good nitrogen wooden railway models that was coming out at the time, made by Learning Curve, because most of those faces were horrible or horrendous. They did good with the diesel that came out during that time in the narrow gauge engines. Next up is a new style Oliver. I wanted a CGI Oliver, but they didn't have that, so I just settled for this new style Learning Curve Oliver. I was trying to find Toad, but there wasn't a Toad there. Here is rocking back and forth classic giggling troublesome truck. I wanted to get the car that went with this, but I could only find the newer CGI one, and I didn't want to get that one because these two don't really go together like that. I wanted the classic one. Here's the Calliope that came in Percy's musical ride based on that episode. Well, the episode is called Percy and the Calliope. This piece came with the wooden railway pack, Percy's musical ride. It came with a Percy that had banners on his sides, but I didn't bother looking for that. The car is, like, you can kind of tell it's been played in the dirt a bit. You can't really tell that great on the camera, but if you see it in person, you can kind of see the dirt in the wheels and stuff. Yeah, I don't really have a problem with that. Yeah, it plays the music the Calliope played in the episode. It's like a newer version of the original classic theme song. Yeah. Those are my wooden railway. So, my wooden railway purchases. So, on to the last of the stuff I got. Lastly, here are my Erdls that I purchased. First up is this diesel. So this was like the diesel that was like in the most like decent condition, because usually if you find like a new diesel that's not in box, it's not in the greatest condition, and the face is usually scratched off on sort of the sides, but this face was okay. Part of his eye was scuffed off, so I painted the eye back on over here. I didn't try doing that to the skin. Well, is it skin? Well, I'm not even gonna get into that. I didn't paint the flesh. I just painted the eye. I've actually, believe it or not, just been enjoying messing around with this diesel because I don't know why. Probably because of Big Engine 87's shorts that he used to do. Surprise a Cadabra. Here is an Erdl Duncan. I wanted to find an Erdl Peter Sam too, because I have currently, before this train show, I had an Erdl Skarloey, Linnaeus, Sir Handel, and Rusty. So I wanted to find Peter Sam and Duncan, and Duke if I was lucky, but they only had an Erdl Duncan, so yes. Had to settle for just the Erdl Duncan. One thing I noticed that if you move Duncan along ever so slightly, he kind of bounces up and down. a bit. I'm not sure if that was meant to be on purpose or something. Maybe because he rocks and rolls along the line. So if that was meant to happen, that's a nice touch. And if it wasn't, then oh well, I like how he does that. Next up is an Erdl Henrietta. They're the passengers. I like how they weren't lazy and they changed the passenger. Like, there are different people on each side. They didn't just like reprint the thing and flip it the other way. Here are 3 troublesome trucks I got. Here's a forward-facing laughing troublesome truck. And here are 2 just kind of like laughing, but not with their eyes shut. Troublesome trucks, they're facing backwards. But if I were to get like one more of these, I'd unscrew it and make it face the way this troublesome truck is facing, forwards. So I didn't just have a bunch of backwards, like normal troublesome trucks. Here are the last of the purchases. Here is the tinless milk tanker. I was checking on all of these to make sure they had the pegs, and I wasn't buying one that was like no pegs at all. Here's a tar tanker. And last, but certainly not least, is a soda fuel tanker. Okay, yeah, sorry for that cutoff. For some reason, like, the filming stopped and said my memory card was full, which is really weird because there's basically almost nothing on this camera's memory card. I usually delete the footage of a remake I've just shot on this camera so it doesn't take up all the storage. And I'm not sure why it said my memory card was full. There's basically nothing on here. Like, I literally, when I was filming my Journey Beyond Soda remake back in 2018, yeah, 2018, like, I filmed, like, nearly the whole movie on there, and it never said my memory card was full. That's really strange. I'm not sure why. Maybe I'll have to get a new memory card soon, but, yeah, I'm not really sure. Still. Yeah. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this like display of my purchases from the Avondale Train Show. And this year, I believe, was the last year of the Avondale Train Show. Like, the guy who was like running the train show is retiring. So yeah, probably, I'm not sure if I'll ever go to another train show again. You know, I probably will, but yeah, like, probably just won't be that close to me. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, guys. More videos in the future. Bye.